Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube League. So I'm not recording any more feeders. I am glad to say that I did get one entry, so I'll be playing in a 164 player draft this coming week. I had a nice Atroxa Sneak Time Walk deck. I realized I didn't have a picture of the deck. I would have showed it otherwise, but that was nice. So this isn't a feeder; those are done. But this is a normal Cube League, and oh, it's my boy, it's Lurrus. You know I can't resist taking Lurrus, and hand to my heart, I think this is the correct play. If you wanted to win the most in Vintage Cube, I think you should take Lurrus out of this pack. You could also take Misty Rainforest. Misty's a great card. I don't think it makes sense to take Stoneforge, Grief, anything else. But I'm going to take Lurrus and pick one, pack one. Let's see how this goes. All right, and pick two. This is kind of an interesting pick. This is a pretty weak pack. Like, no matter what you would first pick. If I'd first picked Misty, I'd be either looking at Elves or a Badlands. Now I'm still looking at Badlands or Figure of Destiny. I think I might just take Badlands. Having good mana with Lurrus is a big part of it. And any land that has black in it or white in it is, of course, worthy of consideration. I do like Figure in some Lurrus decks, but given how little information we have, all we have is a Lurrus, I would rather take Badlands and be a little more flexible than take Figure, which has some constraints on your mana base. And then here, I do like Bitter Triumph a lot in Lurrus decks. I like Dark Ritual too, but I think it's better to start with Bitter Triumph. There's also a Red and 6, which can be fantastic. I don't have any fetches, and I don't really want to count on taking fetch or finding a bunch of fetches. Because if I take Bitter Triumph and don't find fetches, great. If I take Bitter Triumph and do find fetches, also great. Whereas if I take Red and 6 and miss, it's pretty bad. So let's just take Bitter Triumph, and wouldn't have been that different on the Misty pick. And then here, oh, I do love a Smuggler's Copter in Lurrus. Fiery Confluence, also quite good. But I have a Bitter Triumph, so I have a little bit of interaction already, and Copter is excellent, excellent. There's Lotus Cobra and Paw Patch Recruit are interesting as well as the Confluence and Flame of Venor. Urborg is also a consideration, when the pack comes back around. But I'm pretty happy taking Copter here. Here, there's a Lion's Eye Diamond. That's funny. Lion's Eye Diamond can be quite strong with companions because you can pay the companion cost. Like with Lurrus specifically, you pay the cost with Lurrus, play Lurrus, and you can replay LED. Next turn you can use the LED to pay for stuff out of your graveyard. And if I get Breach, it's sick. All right. The other thing is, what do I take? I would take Brainstorm or Sunfall or Terra Sunder. Those are all fairly replaceable. They're like a decent cantrip, some sweepers, whatever. I'll just take the LED. Now I'll take Dark Confidant. I love Confidant in these decks. And if we're lucky, Blood Tithe or Dragon's Rage would come back. I'd be happy with either one, but I think that's a pretty clear Confidant. All right, and here, oh, I do love me a Containment Priest. Containment Priest is my first white card here, but again, you go white often with Lurrus. And I do like Cathar Commando. Nethergoyf's also kind of neat in these decks, and Inspiring Vantage is worthy of consideration for sure. But Containment Priest is so good against unfair decks that I like having a Containment Priest. It's just a lot of decks are trying to sneak, flash, reanimate creatures, and it just kind of hoses all of those, as well as being a 2/2 flying, or not flash, 2/2 flash, not 2/2 flyer. So, I mean, 2-mana 2/2 flyer can also, or flash can also ambush some things. So, I like Containment Priest well enough here. Oh man, Animate Dead. What a great pickup. I know it doesn't work with Containment Priest, but you can usually figure that out. There's also Zagoth Triumph and Hallowed Fountain and Deathrite and Territorial Kavu, but Animate Dead is still great. I mean, it's kind of nice seeing that like 5 of the cards in that pack I would have been happy with. And then here, I think I'm going to take Council's Judgment. I really like having removal in Lurrus decks. Chromatic Star is good, and you can replay it with Lurrus and all that. But Council's Judgment I find is one of the better removal spells, and it looks like I'm going to be black-white here, maybe splashing something, maybe not. Oh, now I'll take Figure of Destiny pretty happily. I don't find Shadow Spear to be great. I'm not going to play Hired Claw, Bloodghast, Rootwall. I mean, I guess all those are eligible for Lurrus, but I think Figure's quite a bit better. And Badlands is like a swamp that can pump Figure. Wow. And then here, I'll take the Talisman, though I don't intend to play it. And then here, Flame of Venor is a little far away. Let's just take Urborg. I mean, Sylvan can be good, but I like Urborg. I've got a double black card. I'm going to end up pretty heavy black. Oh, Terra Sunder Wield. All right. That's a possibility depending on lands. Oh, and Blood Tithe came back? That's a definite possibility. Oh, and Nethergoyf? Oh, this is going really nicely. Okay, going into pack 2 here. More fast mana. Obviously, that's always what you're looking for. But Things like Thoughtseize would be nice. More lands. Yeah. I've got what I have is I have a lot of good threats and some good interaction. I have Council's Judgment, Bitter Triumph, and Containment Priest is kind of like interaction. I have LED as like a wild card here. Oh, there's a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I've got to take Thoughtseize. It's so good in the Lurrus decks. Psychic Frog is nice too, but A, that's another color, and B, I think this deck wants Thoughtseize way more. Maybe Overgrown Tomb comes back. Be on the lookout for that. Oh, Bazaar of Baghdad with Urborg in a Lurrus deck? I'm just going to take the Thoughtseize here. We'll see what else comes. But now I've got even another piece of disruption. I've got plenty of threats. Figure, Nethergoyf, Copter, Dark Confidant, all that. Easy Deep Cavern Bat. Deep Cavern Bat kind of does it all for Lurrus. It's like a nice little life linker, gets your life total up. You play it with Lurrus, obviously. It's disruption. I do like Fracture Identity, and I guess I wouldn't mind Life Death because I like having a way to reanimate Lurrus, but I already have an Animate Dead, so that's not even that big of a consideration. Deep Cavern Bat is amazing. White-black lands are going to be a premium here, though I do only have Figure, Containment Priest, and Council's Judgment, so I guess I'm not necessarily going to play white. I could be red-black, but I think that's unlikely. Oh, and then here, it's the easiest scrubland in the world. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Caustic Bronco or a Concealing Curtains. Those would both be great, but I'm going to take the black-white land here. That's going to be the high priority. The real question is, what'll happen when I see a pack that has Underworld Breach or Brain Freeze? I think I probably will want to take them because of the outs with LED, but here, just Duress. I mean, obviously I like Remand, but we're not currently playing blue, and no reason to take Seachrome Coast. All right, yeah. Duress it is. This is turning into a pretty well-rounded deck, I think. This pack, I mean, I guess I'll take Umezawa's Jite. That's more of a sideboard card than a main deck card at this point in time in Cube, but it is reasonable. There's against creature decks, it's really good. I think Stitcher Supplier is just really bad. I'm just waiting for the Cube update that gets rid of all that, the root wall Stitcher Supplier anger stuff that no one has ever put in a deck. Well, here we go. There's the Breach. Yeah, I'm going to take it. What would I even take otherwise? A Speculative Blooming Marsh? A Manamorphose? A Preordain? Vampire Hexmage can be good, but no, easy Breach. And now that I have Breach and LED, maybe Brain Freeze comes back around if someone finds or sees it, like they don't take it. I'm going to take Shadowy Backstreet here. I do like Phantasmal Image and Lurrus decks, but I don't anticipate playing blue at this point, and another black-white land is excellent. There's the Brain Freeze. Nice. 8th pick. Okay. So I guess I am going to be playing some blue. Interesting. We'll see how this deck turns out. Green is the color I'm least likely to play. Do I want Collective Brutality or Intrepid Adversary? The other option I have is to maybe not play a lot of white if I end up just Grixis. I have the Scrubland and Shadowy Backstreet, I know. Basically, I'm just not sure about Adversary versus Brutality. There's also Bazaar of Baghdad, but I just don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm going to go with Intrepid Adversary. I feel like that card is going to be better if I do end up in white, and it seems pretty likely I will. I guess Life Death is okay. The Ravine doesn't do anything. I don't think we're going to play Counterspell even if we do end up splashing for Breach. I don't think we're going to have the mana for Iconoclast, though. If we end up Grixis-y, maybe if the mana comes together. You know what? I'm going to take Iconoclast because I just don't think I care that much about having access to the other stuff. I don't know. It seems okay. Concealing Curtains versus Proving Ground. I guess I'll just take Concealing Curtains. That's fine. Hedge Maze is really not the kind of land I need. I'm probably 3 or 4 colors, none of which are green. I guess I'll take Ghostfire Slice. Sure, I'll take a Stitcher Supplier here. Same with a Cabal Ritual. All right. Oh, Talon Gates is kind of fixing. All right. Going into pack 3, I guess mana fixing is the biggest thing because I'm going to have enough playables here. I think that the Breach combo is so good that there's a decent chance I just cut the white cards entirely. So that would be like Council's Judgment, Intrepid Adversary, Figure, Containment Priest. And I could also maybe side in white if Containment Priest is going to be really good. The other thing is, because I have Scrubland and Shadowy Backstreet already, I might end up in a spot where the white's free enough. All right. Disappointing pack. Was hoping for a little 0 mana artifact, but what I might do is just take some kind of fixing here. Tundra versus, I mean, I guess Snapcaster, but it's not really a Snapcaster deck. I guess I have Thoughtseize and Duress versus Blackcleave Cliffs versus, man, I hate Mana Confluence so much. Yeah, I have a lot of playables. I'm just going to take the Tundra here. Not the dream pick by any stretch, but I think it's reasonable. And this pack has a Jacked Rabbit, a Chain Lightning, and a Bone Shards. I don't think it's the Jacked Rabbit, because again, I know I just took Tundra, but I'm still not sure exactly how white's going to look in my deck. I kind of want Chain Lightning instead. Chain Lightning is a pretty good card. I mean, though Bone Shards, maybe I should just take Bone Shards. It's a really great removal spell, and I know I'm playing black. All right, now I'm just going to take Ragavan. Ragavan's fantastic. Raugrin Triumph's close, but let's just take Ragavan. Let's just look at being Grixis, maybe splashing Containment Priest, because it's kind of free. Also, it's the white X lands do help me cast Lurrus, so it's not like that's a complete blank. Here, there's a Balance, which is a good card. It would be nice to have more card draw. Maybe I do want Expressive Iteration, just to try to find the Breach combo more. All right, I think I'm going to go that direction over Gitaxian Probe. Cut Jite. I'm just going to cut the white cards here. Yeah, like I said, I'll have plenty of playables. Somehow these are all white fixing, but I'll just take lands every time they're offered the rest of this pack, basically. Oh, there we go. Xander's Lounge, my savior. It's like the actual perfect land. Well, no, a fetch land would be the perfect land, but I'll take a Xander's Lounge. Oh, now I just take a Baleful Strix. Love me a Baleful Strix in a Lurrus deck. Mishra's Research Desk can also be nice in Lurrus, but I think this is pretty nice. Let's see, right now this is 19. This is 20 lands because Lurrus counts. Okay, Steam Vents versus Plateaus. Clearly Steam Vents over Abrade and Wishclaw. I like I said, I just have to take lands. I mean, I just got 2 good ones in the last couple picks, so if I get one more land or wheel one land, I feel like this is going to work out pretty nicely. Huh. This pack has both a Reanimate and a Lotus Petal. Wow, this seems like a really good Lotus Petal deck. Because it's like a second LED you can go off with, and this deck's mana is struggling a bit. I think I got to take that. All right. I think that's if you say I never make a discipline pick. This is 19 land currently. Okay, well, we'll easily get another playable. I could also play Intrepid Adversary. Probably not. Oh, Blackcleave Cliffs or Fatal Push. Now it might actually be okay to take Fatal Push. No, still illegal. I'm just going to take Blackcleave Cliffs. I don't know. I have Bone Shards. I have Bitter Triumph. I have Ghostfire Slice, Blood Tithe. I think just making sure that the basically 4-color mana, I mean, it's like 3.5 colors. It's basically red, black with a couple blue cards and 1 white card, which I'm just playing because I have access to like 5 white sources without any trouble. I don't have the mana for Haywire Might. That's the card I'm most interested in here. I don't have anything that would make it playable. All right, I'll take the Voldaren Epic here, though. I don't think I'm going to play. Oh, Raugrin Triumph? Are you kidding? All right. I mean, No More Lies is fine, but Raugrin Triumph is great. All right, and Soul Guide Lantern, there we go. Now we got enough playables. See, it always comes together. We'll play 18 land. That'll be fine. Also, if we had to play one of these cards on the sideboard, it would be totally fine, too. It wouldn't be crazy to play Figure of Destiny. Let's see. Probably shouldn't, though. Oh, Souls of the Lost versus Bitter Reunion. Bitter Reunion you can replay with Lurrus, which is pretty nice. But Souls of the Lost is also kind of nice. I'll take Souls of the Lost. I think that there are some matchups where it can be pretty good. Oh, Mishra's Research Desk. I like that, too. Maybe I just side in the Containment Priest, honestly. I'll play all the white lands because they all do something for me, like cast Lurrus. Well, I guess Scrubland doesn't cast Lurrus. Does Scrubland do anything for me? I guess I said earlier that it helps cast Lurrus. Well, that would be if like Tundra. Tundra can help cast Lurrus. I guess Scrubland really doesn't. All right, I can take out the Scrubland. Funny. I took that card pretty high. I took it over Caustic Bronco and Concealing Curtains, then Wield the Curtains. So, yeah, I took it over Bronco, I guess, ultimately. And do I want Talon Gates? I kind of don't. I like this in decks with more mana. Okay, so let's add lands. I don't need any planes. 3/5/2. Hold on. Sort by color. So red, 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 blue. And then black is like kind of a given. Everything's black. So we've got Xander's Lounge, Badlands, Blackcleave Cliffs, Raugrin Triumph, Shadowy Backstreet, Steam Vents, Tundra, Urborg. And then a Lotus Petal helps everyone. So 1 Tri-Land, 2 and 4 duels, because the Tundra and the Backstreet don't really help. So for blue, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I could, 2 islands is probably fine. And then black, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably, yeah, like 4 or 5 black. And then red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So 3, 5, 2, but I think it's actually going to be 2, 5, 3. Boom. Let's do it. Let's get in there, Lurrus. All right. Time for round 1. I'll play first. Reveal Lurrus Arena. Oh, yeah. Look at this hand. Turn 1, Thoughtseize. Turn 2, Deep Cavern Bat. Turn 3, Nethergoyf plus Crack Research Desk. Sounds awesome. Okay. Playing against artifacts. Oh, they have Ancient Tomb. So I think I'm going to Thoughtseize the Talisman here, because that slows them down quite a bit. And then probably Deep Cavern Bat the Fractured Identity, because that's the most annoying card to play against. And they played Colonnade. I mean, the Staff of the Storyteller is also pretty obnoxious. Maybe I just take that, honestly. Because it also helps them cast Kappa Cannoneer. All right. Oh, and they drew Memory Jar. Yeah, I'll just take the Staff. They have, basically I took their 2 cheapest cards. Well, besides Chromatic Star. 2 of their cheaper cards, that is, and leave them with a bunch of expensive ones and hope that's okay. Oh, they drew that. All right. And Staff and Tomb. So do we know that they've got some cards? Oh, let's just go Bob Goyf. Hit for 1. They can't quite play Cannoneer this turn. In fact, from what we know, they can't. They have 1 unknown in hand. They're cracking the star? Well, that's making it a little harder to play Kappa Cannoneer, so I don't mind that. If they have no play this turn, it makes sense to do that, though. Oh, man, they found something. Oh, Displacer Kitten? It doesn't do that much. All right. Let's see what we hit. I guess Research Desk. They're going to get to Fracture Identity me here at some point. I'm just going to send with these 3. I'm fine trading for a kitten. All right. And then land and play Copter. And I'll just pass on using the desk. I'll use it later. All right. All right. So if they have a land, they do. They can Fractured Identity the Deep Cavern Bat. Sure. They could get the Copter, but they can't play it. I'm going to get to Research Desk. All right, they are Fractured Identitying the Bat. Yeah, you got me. I guess Research Desking before. Yeah, I guess I should have actually just done it on to do an extra point of damage, huh? All right, well, I'll take Concealing Curtains for sure. We'll draw. Let's go Concealing Curtains so I can take that Kappa Cannoneer, huh? Flip it, look at their hand. Jar, Prism, yeah. Take Kappa Cannoneer. Oh, they would have been able to play it next turn because of the Pentad Prism too. All right. Oh, and this Nethergoyf is about to be even bigger because I think what I'm going to do is discard land. Yeah. All right, take 7, and then are they chumping? Sure. Interesting. Kappa Cannoneer's gone. They have Jar, Prism, Staff of the Storyteller, and then the 2 unknowns because they drew a card off the curtains. Okay, Staff is in. Interesting, but they didn't. Oh, they tapped Ancient Tomb because they have Tinker or something? Oh no, they're playing Pentad Prism. Did they? Oh, I guess they had to tap. Yeah, sure. They had to tap Tomb. Let's just play Third Path here because that lets me crew the Copter. And then what I most likely am going to do is actually I'm probably going to end up discarding this iteration because they're going to chump the Nethergoyf here. And, oh, I guess they could also, yeah, they're going to chump the Nethergoyf. Yeah, we'll discard Swamp. And then take 6 down to 3. And I think I put Lurrus in hand. Seems reasonable. And pass. All right. They have a memory jar in their hand and 2 unknowns. This was a really tour de force of discard, huh? Thought seizing their talisman and then batting the staff just completely messed up their opening plays, and then I got to make them discard Kappa Cannoneer. Also, the thought seize let me know about Fractured, which it wasn't that hard to not put anything into play that was too great. What is happening? They just drew with staff, and then they're going to upheaval? That's what it looks like. I don't know that drawing with staff was a very good part of that plan, but all right. I can just play a turn 1 Nethergoyf. I guess putting Lurrus into hand kind of didn't work out, given that they bounced everything. Their Ancient Tomb is also just a dead card now. Did they play I don't think they played a land yet, did they? Yeah. That was weird. They like tapped all their mana, drew in the middle, and then did they... I think they accidentally drew with staff. Actually, that's what happened. It doesn't make sense to draw with staff while cast up. Okay, well, you could do that too. I think what happened is they were just tapping all their lands and they clicked on staff with a white in their pool, so just immediately use the white to draw a card. That makes sense to me. Do I want Containment Priest? Probably not. I would want Terra Sunder if the mana worked, but it doesn't. Ghostfire Slice might not be the best. I don't think I want Jite. No, I think we're good here. On the draw, let's see what we got. All right, this is really nice. Turn 1 Duress into turn 2 Third Path or Baleful Strix. Bone Shards is probably one of my weaker cards, but you know it can kill Kappa Cannoneer. It costs 5 mana, but it actually kills it. So they mold to 6. I'm definitely duressing them. Tinker, Hullbreacher, Relic of Sauron. All right, well, I will take Tinker because that's the scariest. Okay. And they drew a Chromatic Star, so they would have gotten to Tinker. Look at that. Oh, definitely playing Dark Confidant because I don't have a third land yet. All right. Can't play Baleful Strix into Hullbreacher here, so I got to watch out for that. They're just going to pass. Steep Cavern Bat you. I kind of assume they're playing Hullbreacher in response. I'll take their Relic. I'll trade Dark Confidant. It's fine. All right. The reason I want to trade is if they draw like a draw 7, it's just so bad for me. They kind of want to sack their star is my guess, but all right, let's go. Let's just start with Baleful Strix. All right, we drew a card, drew a swamp, which was nice, and now I get to play Nethergoyf. I could have cracked Research Desk, but that sees 2 cards. Baleful Strix just sees 1, but I actually get something into play if I play the Baleful Strix, so that seemed like a better maneuver. Here, I'm going to go just attack, I think. I have 1 card in hand. I don't know what it is. I've got a lot of hand disruption. That's one of the things you really like to see in Lurrus decks. Now I'm going to play Third Path and then Soul Guide. Making my token and exiling, I guess, Tinker. I think like because of Snapcaster Mage, it makes more sense to exile Tinker. There's more ways to, like that's a blue way to play something from the graveyard. Oh, okay. Tutor for Balance here? No, they got Fractured Identity. That's fine. It's not really going to do that much, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, there goes my Baleful Strix. There she goes. There she goes again. Oh, Ghostfire Slice costs 1 mana. I guess I like that. Yeah, sure. Backstreet. Mill a land to make my Nethergoyf's been great here. Make Nethergoyf larger, and yeah, I'll play Research Desk and pass. I guess I once again could have cracked it to do 1 more damage with Nether Goyf. Last time I think I should have. This time I don't think it matters. I've got a bunch of idiots in play. If I get to attack next turn, they're just going to die. And this game was brought to you, or this match was brought to you by Duress, Thoughtseize, and Deep Cavern Bat. That's why I take those cards so highly, and as does everyone, it's really good at stopping your opponent's plan. Wanna know, babe? All right, round 2 time. Let's go. All right, I probably just play Xander's Lounge on 1 because I think a Blood Tithe on 2 is a lot better than a 0-1 Nether Goyf. I guess I could make this a 1-2 by sacking Soul Guide, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand, and I'm gonna lead on the Blood Tithe here. Well, Xander's Lounge into Blood Tithe, that is. All right, opponent kept 7 as well, and we'll see what they are up to here. Let's make sure our feline protector is watching over us here. Yeah, it's a Black Lotus. Seen a lot of those recently, I will say that. Bone Shards would be a pretty nice draw. I guess, I mean, if I had a way to lose a life on turn 1, that would have been nice too. Oh my god. That was just... So if this is tied, if your life's tied, you get both, which is why they couldn't pay the life on Stomping Ground. But it's absurd to play that. They're drawing a card. What if they draw a 2-drop now? It's just... sequencing is challenging. I think I'm still just going to play Dark Confidant here. I don't think... It's not like the Blood Tithe... It stops the Vampire token from attacking, but that's not quite enough to keep me interested. All right, so now they just get to draw a card. They don't get the 1-1. Oh, Channel? It's not exactly what I expected. They could make their lives even and then attack. They probably should even do that. I assume I'm dead. All right, well... That's what I get for not having a Duress. Though, honestly, they went turn 1 Preacher on the play. Like, yeah, all right. I was going to lose to that even without the Channel Ulamog, but here we go. Containment Priest doesn't actually stop Channel, so I don't really like that. GTEC looks good against, like, Jund mid, but we have Channel. I guess I could cut Soul Guide Lantern, but those decks could also have graveyard stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it as is. Oh man, I guess I have to mulligan. Xander's Lounge is the perfect land there too. Here I will keep, and I guess I can put back Urborg. How do I do this? I think I play turn 1 Curtains, and then I can go turn 2 Nether Goyf Raugrin Triumph, and then turn 3 Third Path. Or, sorry, turn 3 Flip Curtains, turn 4 Third Path. There's just no way to play Third Path on 2 and Flip Curtains on 3, and I think it's more important to be flipping Curtains on 3 here. Unless I drew Lotus Petal, or Lion's Eye Diamond. They discard a Trox on turn 1. Oh my god. They clearly have a turn 2 animate. All right, well, if I had drawn a discard spell or a Lotus Petal, if I drew LED, I would have just LED'd out the Curtains. Oh, they have the Lotus. All right. Do your thing, do your thing. I guess Containment Priest is coming in if we go to another game, which I assume we're not if they're discarding Lotus on, or discarding Trox on turn 1. Man, Lotus Petal would have been so sick there. Yeah, all right. Wow, their deck is definitely something. Preacher of the Schism doesn't look particularly great, but just because I don't like doing small ball things when I'm doing Sneak, Show, Portal, Atrox, and Necromancy stuff, but, you know, they're also just beating the tar out of me, so what can you do? I mean, I'm pretty much just dead here. I guess if I draw Bone Shards or something, so what are they going to get? They're going to get one of these 3 artifacts plus Sneak, Show, Preacher, Land, and then maybe Dark Ritual, so they can show and tell. I mean, they could show and tell Portal in right now. So, yeah, I guess I'm pretty dead. Turn 2, Atroxa plus Portal. Yeah, that's a thing that could happen to me. Yeah, let's see. I guess if they don't go for the Portal and then I go like Concealing Curtains and take Portal, that could be something. I'm not really going to look at the cards they kept. We'll figure out the cards they've kept as we go on. Oh, they just played Preacher. Okay, now I want to look. Oh, they took Coveted Jewel, not Portal. Oh, they couldn't take Portal and Petal. Right, duh. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so they don't have Petal. They don't have Portal. They don't have Swamp. They used the Dark Ritual. They played the Preacher. They didn't take the Baleful Mastery. And they discard an island. So, oh, Animate Dead. Okay. Animate Dead means that if I do draw bone splinters, bone shards, whatever, then I might be able to animate the Atraxa. So their hand is Bitter Triumph, Show and Tell, Sneak, Jewel. Well, they have Ancient Tombs, so they can Show and Tell. But Show and Telling the Jewel seems a little bit risky. I think I'm just going to take the Bitter Triumph here. Pass the turn. Did you know a 0/1 Nethergoyf can steal a Coveted Jewel just like everyone else? They don't have Bitter Triumph. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Take it all. Mm-hmm. They have a million cards in their hand. I mean, we're so dead. But Bone Shards, once again, maybe gets us out. Maybe they Show and Tell in Jewel and I just put in Third Path and attack and steal Jewel or something. That definitely could happen. Obviously, I think it'd be crazy to cast Show and Tell Jewel, but it hasn't stopped anyone before. All right, there's Show and Tell. I will put in Third Path Iconoclast. Yeah, they put in the Coveted Jewel. All right. I mean, they need 4 blockers right now. Because I've got a Menace attacker. They do Channel plus a thing to channel into. All right. Yeah, look, this is Vintage Cube, you know. Some of these matches, this is how they go. All right. I mean, I guess I'm not technically just dead. They kill. Now, the problem is they kill the Revealing Eye. Can't quite get them. Oh, they killed a Ragran Triumph? I mean, I really think if I top card as Bone Shards, I could get something going here. Also, I get to steal Coveted Jewel either way. All right. I think that was a pretty crazy play to make, but, you know. Oh, I guess I should have played Lotus Petal first. That was dumb, but. Because I would have gotten a token. I mean, I still think I'm going to lose, but I could technically Brain Freeze them out from here. I think putting yourself in a position where your opponent can attack and take Coveted Jewel is a really poor decision. So, if they just Ulamog the Concealing Curtains, like they obviously just didn't know it had Menace. They just tried to block it like such. All right, Nethergoyf steals that Jewel. Let's go Brain Freeze combo. Ghostfire Slice, Thoughtseize, Animate Dead. Is there anything I can even animate that does anything? No, I'm 1 short of killing Atraxa. I could put in Lurrus. All right. Oops. That's not what I want to do. I want to concede game. That's what I want to do. I got run over bad. Let's go to round 3. All right. On the draw round 3, I will reveal a Lurrus. I'll keep this hand. It's got a Baleful Strix and which is draws me a card and stops an attacker, and this kills another thing, and then I get to put Lurrus into hand, and that's also pretty good. Wouldn't mind drawing a Duress. Ooh, Animate Dead. All right. Animate Dead's also pretty reasonable, because if this Baleful Strix trades off for something, oh, what if they mill something big? That'd be so sick. Just put an Atali in the graveyard or something. Oh, they put Iteration in the graveyard? So they must be looking for lands or have a pretty good curve already, is my guess. All right. Interesting. Well, I will play Baleful Strix. Oh, Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze is not bad because it doesn't do anything by itself, but... all right. But it does mean that I have a lot of draws to combo out now. All right, they mana drained me. Let's see what that turns into, huh? Bone Shards can answer some amount of things, and Bone Shards into Animate Dead is also kind of nice, so I don't have double black, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully they're not playing like a planeswalker here. Oh. All right. Yeah, that's not good. This is what happens when you don't draw your discard spells, though. Like my last match, I mean, I got Lotused out, so even a Curtains, for example, didn't do anything. But yeah, this is unfortunate. All right. It also means that the Brain Freeze combo doesn't kill them, which doesn't mean I don't want it in the deck, because into Strip Mine. Wait, they tapped. Oh man, they're playing something even better. What is going on here? Okay. Carnosaur into Chromatic Star. Well, if I draw a black source, I can just Bone Shards that. That'd be really nice. All right, I guess I'll pass the turn. I'm at 10. I'm getting Strip Mine, so I just have to draw a black source next turn. Urborg would be sick, though they're going to Strip Mine me anyway, so that part doesn't help. All right, I don't think I need to Brain Freeze here. I guess I could have Brain Freeze them for 3 in case I mill something better to animate, but I think that's fine. I'll just hope to draw black. Bobble me. I mean, you'll see it if I draw it. Oh. Huh. That's intriguing. Lotus Petal. All right. I mean, I guess I go Underworld Breach. Okay. So now I can sack this for blue, replay Lotus Petal. Oh man, if they don't have a counter, I actually think I'm going to win here. Okay, sack this for blue, Brain Freeze myself for the full amount. And I know they have Ulamog, but I have a Soul Guide Lantern in my deck. So if I go off hard enough, which does mean finding Lion's Eye. Oh, I found Lion's Eye. Okay, and then exile 3 lands, LED. Yeah, I actually should have enough cards in my deck to do this pretty easily. Sack this for blue. LED. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And then sack this for blue. Soul Guide Lantern, paying 1, exiling these 3. Soul Guide their graveyard. Oh, target card, sure, whatever. And then Brain Freeze, targeting them. Well, actually, I'll Brain Freeze targeting me. Pay 1, exile 1, 2, 3. And the way this works is they, at some point, will flip an Eldrazi. So I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rest on you. And then, but when they do that, I kind of hope they actually flip it sooner rather than later. So first I'm milling myself down to 1 card here. All right. They didn't hit the Eldrazi. That's annoying, but it's fine because I just go LED, exile 3 lands, Brain Freeze them, exiling those 3, and then now that I'm Brain Freezing them for like 1,000,000, as soon as I hit Ulamog, I'll exile their graveyard, and I think I could beat 2 Eldrazi. I just found LED soon enough. The biggest danger for me would have been the Eldrazi's right at the bottom of their deck. All right, well, I get to see their deck at least. They have Mana Drain, Dress Down, Through the Breach, Force of Negation, Cryptic Command, Mox Sapphire. All right. Exile each opponent's graveyard. So now I exile their whole graveyard. Ulamog doesn't shuffle anything. I Brain Freeze them, see Bombardiers, Boneheart, Dracosaur. All right. Pretty great. That was sick. I guess I can sack this for black and duress them. Wait, they never cracked Chromatic Star? Are you kidding me? At no point in that process did they crack Chromatic Star. I don't understand. I'm going to put in Containment Priest, and I'm going to put in Scrubland. I'm going to take out a Swamp. Talon Gates is also kind of interesting. It doesn't really help, though, because you flicker their thing, and then it just comes back later, and you eventually have the same problem. But you like Soul Guide Lantern as a way to win with Brain Freeze? I think that's great. All right, I'm going to take out Ghostfire Slice. It does kill Bombardiers, but it's not that good against their stuff, I feel like. The rest of it looks pretty good. All right. That was a sick win. Did not think I was winning that game. I got Ulamogged into Strip Mine, and we still ended up on top. Oh, this hand is nice. Needs white mana, but Duress should buy me enough time and to hopefully find it. And I also have LED with Lurrus can go pretty hard. Plus, Mishra's Research Desk is like a Preordain. So, it's like a Preordain with Flashback. What a great card. They mulliganed at least once here. We'll see if it's twice. All right. And let's see what they're up to. All right, they mulled to 5, and they're getting Duressed. You love to see it, honestly. What you got? What you got over there? They're going to Surveil land off the Delta at some point here. Mana Drain, Show and Tell Ulamog. Ulamog is unfortunately indestructible. This is interesting. I've got to just take the Mana Drain. Or sorry, incorrect. I've got to just take the Show and Tell. If I had a white, I would have just taken Mana Drain and just Containment Priested when they Ulamogged, but I don't have the luxury of doing that, and it seems like I just lose if in 2 turns they cast Show and Tell Ulamog. All right, they did not want their land. I guess I could have played the LED, but I don't know. I mean, they get to leave up Mana Drain, but my hand's also not really that bad against Mana Drain. Like, I get to go Mishra's Research Desk. Like, are they going to Mana Drain that? I don't really think so. To Urborg, pass the turn. Their hand is Ulamog, Mana Drain, 1 unknown. Oh, spending mana. Oh, cycling Oliphant. Oh, do they have a Steam Vents to go get? Or Volcanic, even better. All right. So they still have Drain up. I'm going to crack Desk here. Lotus Petal or Mountain? Oh, I definitely want Lotus Petal. Well, yeah. It's got to be. Drawing a swamp was nice, but where'd my Lotus Petal go? You're hiding. I can see you. All right, Lotus Petal. I'm not going to sack Petal to play Baleful Strix. I think I'm just going to keep Research Desking. And I think I'll just wait. Oh, wait, no, I've got to use it now. What are you talking about? It's got Unearth. I think I'll use it now. Let's take Concealing Curtains. I just won't play it yet. I can do it at the beginning or till end of next turn. Next turn, I'm going to lead with Concealing Curtains, and they have to drain a 1-drop. It'd be really nice to get to the point where I have Containment Priest up. Oh, Faithless Looting? That doesn't bother me too much. They didn't look like too much of a Reanimator deck. They discard Bonehard Drax or Ulamog. Okay. They discarded Bonehard, which probably means they needed to keep, like they have Drain plus another spell in hand is my guess. Drawing a blue would be really nice. Tundra would be the goat draw here. But I would settle for blue or white. Really anything that lets me, if I draw blue or white, I can go Concealing Curtains into Baleful Strix into Containment Priest. I also wouldn't mind them playing a creature so I can use one of these removal spells, because then I can start using LED Lurrus, which is also a really nice one. But we'll see. They have an upkeep effect. I kind of don't buy that they actually have one. Yes, they did not. And I drew blue. No need to show them that, though. Let's just play Concealing Curtains. They kind of have to Mana Drain it unless they have a removal spell, but there's very few removal spells that can kill an 0/4 here. They could have Dismember. They could have Ghostfire Slice. That's about it. Brazen Borrower, I guess. So yeah, you kind of got to drain this. Like, if you don't, I'm probably taking Mana Drain or perhaps whatever other spell is in hand. Oh. Interessante. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like I have a better option. What do they got? Mana Drain and Bombardiers. Oh, I'm just going to take the Mana Drain. I'll play the LED. Bombardiers I don't even care about. I've got 2 two answers to it in my hand. All right. Okay, Raucous Theater. Now that they're at enough mana for Through the Breach, they could Through the Breach Ulamog or Torsten if they drew one of the two and then next turn they draw the other one. But I'm not too worried about that. They do not have a great Bombardiers deck. I'm not saying I wouldn't play it in their deck. I sure still would. It's also pretty nice to toss an Ulamog or something. But they're definitely among the weaker side of those. All right, well now I also have almost the Breach combo ready to go. But let's start just by casting Baleful Strix. Seems like that's the place I would like to begin. Land. I guess I'll just Bitter Triumph. I mean, they both kill. I guess maybe I could have just not played the land and discarded it, but I could also just discard the Breach. No, let's just Bitter Triumph, I guess. Because then just pay 3 life. Oh, actually, you know, I don't even need to do that right now. Let's just attack for 3. I'm not that worried. Like if they Force of Negation or Cryptic Command my Bitter Triumph, then it doesn't really matter. All right, I'm going to just take the damage and wait to see what they do. And let's just wait on the Containment Priest for now. Oh, Smuggler's Copter. All right, hit for 4. Do I play at end of turn? They're at 12. I feel like I could just keep this in hand to trump their best play, and then I can Crew Copter, because this is still a 2-turn clock. If they do something that I have to deal with, that's one thing, but it feels like them not knowing this seems really good. Oh, there's Brain Freeze. I mean, I guess I should just do that. Rule Breach. Brain Freeze myself. All right, boom. See, that was good. And the threat of Lurrus is important, even if you don't end up Lurrusing that much. This deck was really good. I mean, look at the match I lost. My opponent just played a Black Lotus on turn 2 both games. You know, or turn 1 one game, turn 2 the other game. They had it in their opening hand both games, that's for sure. And the other matches I had gotten them to the point where I didn't need to bring in Lurrus, but had things turned badly, I could have easily brought Lurrus into play and just started going off. And you know, that I think is a powerful ability to have. This deck was really good. For not having power, this is a great Lurrus deck. I mean, Duress, Thoughtseize, Deep Cavern Bat, Concealing Curtains, like 4 awesome discard spells, Pedal to make it a little faster, and then of course LED Breach Brain Freeze is a really powerful combo. Oh, I never even drew Ragavan. It actually ended up having decent mana. I ended up having two black red lands, 2 blue red lands, and a tri-land. That's not so bad. I had some good removal. Nether Goyf actually ended up being pretty good. And I even had a good sideboard option, Containment Priest. So, solid Lurrus deck. Take that, haters. And I think that this deck did some good work. So, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Look for later this week, my 1 entry into a 64-player draft. I won 1 token, so like I said. So, I'll hope that can peel around. I have been really getting hammered in those. But this was a fun draft. Had a great time, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.